This is the Texas weather outlook for Tuesday, June 6th. This is the morning version. Good morning to you guys. This is Apex. After a relatively active pattern in terms of rain and thunderstorms, we will have a very quiet and particularly warm pattern as we get into this week. Taking a look at the water vapor satellite view, you can see that upper low is in the is in the coastal states right now. It's troughing over there. It's bringing at least some good rains to that area. However, for us, we are dry, and we will be that way for this coming week. Taking a look at the temperatures as of 6:22, relatively cool to start today. Maybe even some warm air spots. The general DFW metro area is at the 70s, so basically temperatures range from the upper 60s to low 70s. And we'll most likely stay that way throughout the rest of this week. Today we may actually warm up to the 90s. Taking a look at the watch warning map, we do have a few dense fog advisories for places in Tennessee and Arkansas. We have an excessive heat warning for the Phoenix metropolitan area. They're dealing with temperatures over 100 degrees there. But luckily, we won't see any of those for hopefully a long time. Today, any severe weather concerns will be mostly in Florida and parts of the western high plains. Tomorrow, so 3 marginal risks for parts of West Texas and the Texas Panhandle, parts of the Rockies, and a good chunk of Florida. This is day 3 on Thursday, I believe. This is day 3 on Thursday. A marginal risk for parts of the Rockies and the West and parts of the High Plains. Rain for the next 7 days, valid through Tuesday of next week. Very meager to no rainfall, and for much of Texas. And meanwhile, in Florida, they're seeing up to 8 inches of rain. Boy, that'll help cover that drought that they have there. But very meager to no rainfall in Texas. Tropical weather outlook here, since this is tropical season, and generally we may have a few disturbances here or there in the very inland, but overall tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 48 hours, and really you can say for the next 5 days. Here we go with the models. This is the GFS. This is the 06Z run, valid today at 1 o'clock this afternoon at 500 millibars, ridging in the west, troughing in the east, and we have that surface low that's moving out of our area, and while that warm continental air mass starts to take over. Wednesday, the same thing. Temperatures in the upper 80s and partly cloudy and warm. We'll have a good northeast breeze at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Thursday is the same way. Mostly sunny and very warm with highs in the upper 80s. Friday is the same thing. Partly cloudy and hot. There's a chance that we may get to lower 90s by the time we get to Friday. Saturday, still unchanged. Still unchanged. Highs in the upper 80s to potentially 90s. Partly cloudy and potentially breezy and maybe hot. Sunday still looking the same. Partly cloudy, breezy, and hot, with highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. Monday, not really changing. Not really changing here. Still partly cloudy and hot for Monday, with highs in the upper 80s to the low 90s. Here's a week from today. Here's a week from today. It seems like a trough is running into the ridge. Heights are starting to come down, and a surface low starts to starts to form over parts of the Central Plains. However, we will still be dry for next Tuesday, still partly cloudy and hot. Here's the end of the forecast period. This is Friday, June 16th. Heights are starting to come up. Still kind of troughing in the Canadian area, where their storm season is actually underway. But heights are starting to come up for us, and moisture starts to return again to the Central Plains. Here's the temperatures coming off the NWS. And these temperatures can actually start to fluctuate. These will not actually reflect actual conditions. Today says highs up to 88. Thursday is still looking fairly consistent. We may actually have lows up in the low 60s. That'll feel good. But Friday through Sunday, still consistent. Monday, we may definitely get up to the 90s as that summertime weather starts to come in. That's the end of this Texas Weather Outlook. We'll have more notes on my Instagram page. Be sure to follow my Instagram at tornado_Neil. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.